Hey there, friends. It's Joey Fats. Joey Fats coming to you live on the Fatcast, and we got a great show today. There's going to be a lot involved. I'm sober, um, which is good, I guess. So, we got a lot to talk about. Stick around. We're going to have a special presentation a little bit later that you all are going to want to see, very interested in. So stay tuned. All right, friends. Our first topic today is the eternal debate that has just popped up in our league. It is the comparison of Frazier Alcock and Luis Miranda. For those of you living under a rock, Frazier Alcock was an international free agent that came into the league this offseason from the nation of Barbados. And then we have Luis Miranda, who just came into the league from an independent league. Which league that is thus far unknown, but both of those are in our league now. And just want to do a quick comparison of the two. I'm going to be going off of OSA ratings. And in terms of offense, they look pretty similar. Alcock has the advantage in home run power, almost a plus-plus. And no real weaknesses when it comes to the offensive ratings. Luis Miranda, pretty solid across the board. A little worse in avoiding Ks, a little worse in home run power, just a tick worse in contact, but certainly nothing to sneer at here. They're both very good individuals. Pretty clear difference when it comes to defense. Luis Miranda looks like a very competent third baseman. Frazier Alcock is going to be relegated to DH work most of the time. He really cannot play the field. And finally, just the age difference. Alcock, nicknamed Tuba, is going to be 33 years old this year, going to be turning 34 in July. He's on the hook for 10 years now. So it'd be interesting to see how long that lasts until it regresses. And Astros obviously saw that coming, so front-loaded his contract a little bit. Looks like he's signed for 10 years. He's going to be making a lot of money his first couple years. And that's going to go down, but certainly in the later years of the contract, making in the neighborhood of $34 million. When he's 42 and 43, so it'll be interesting to see how that develops. Luis Miranda, only 23, and he's got a long way to go. He's going to be a top player for a long time. So whoever gets the honor of signing him is going to have their franchise third baseman. That is for sure. Important to note that both players have no history when it comes to statistics. So whether these ratings are true or not, they probably are, has yet to be seen. So we're going to look at that. Luis Miranda, lefty. Frazier Alcock, a righty. Not much big of a deal because both of them are going to be excellent power hitters no matter who the pitcher on the mound is. And it's going to be interesting to see. And may I just say that the out-of-the-park engine really generates these guys at random. We have nothing to do with how these guys pop up or anything. So it's really interesting when they pop in at unknown times. And it's going to be a lot of fun to see how these guys develop as time goes on. All right, friends, in our next segment, we're going to talk about spring training. It's that time of the year when baseball is fresh again. Our players get the chance to stretch their legs and their arms and their groins and everything in between. It's that time of the year when our rosters are filled with possibles, prospects, all the different guys that we hope are going to make a difference on our big league squad. And for you guys, I want to give you a little glimpse into how we do our spring training here in Fatsville. I like a strategy of setting my 7-day lineups. and getting different guys in to start as many times as possible. Try and spread those plate appearances around. My philosophy is as long as they get 30 to 50 plate appearances and my relievers get maybe 10 to 15 innings in, they're going to work out the kinks and be ready for the season. So I like to put my different guys at different positions, maybe for a week at their home position, but for the rest of spring training, try and train them on a new position, increase their utility a little bit. Spring training, that position experience is going to tick up a lot faster than it does during normal regular season games. So I look forward to that as well. A lot of different things to go around here. So really looking forward to it. Spring training is going to be at least 4 or 5 week-long simulations. So be ready for that. And the regular season will start hopefully in the middle of next week. So really looking forward to that. Who the hell is this Flexio guy anyway?
I sawed it in a bone in half and put it in shark-infested waters. And
all right, friends, it's time for a very important part of our draft here, the competitive balance pick draft. Competitive balance pick lottery, whatever you want to call it. Here's how it works. For those of you unfamiliar or new to the league, Major League Baseball has implemented competitive balance draft picks following supplemental rounds 1 and 2 in the real-life Rule 4 draft. The teams with the 10 lowest budgets and the 10 lowest, I guess you could say, fan interest or fan market size, those teams are given extra draft picks, like I said, after the supplemental round 1, supplemental round 2. From combining our numbers in the offseason in our game, 12 teams this year are eligible for the competitive balance draft picks. Once those picks are announced, those picks are eligible to be traded in our league. You may trade those between the time of announcement and the time that the draft starts in our game. And that'll be announced a couple days before it actually happens. It's usually later in April or earlier in May in the game, since our schedule runs a little bit differently from real-life Major League Baseball. You may trade those draft picks, but you may not trade them just for cash. Excuse me. You have to trade them for at least one player, and you have to specify that when you trade them that you're trading this particular competitive balance draft pick. First year that was eligible was last season. We didn't have any trades involving competitive balance picks. Hopefully people will shake it up a little bit this year. But we're going to do the draft in just a moment. Do it on camera here, so there's no bullshit. So stick around. Alright, so last year we had a little bit different of a lottery. We had a formula where we input the records, budgets, and market size of each of the competitive balance eligible teams. That formula is unavailable to us this year. So what we're going to do, we're just going to assign them randomly. It's going to be a true lottery. And all you lottery winners out there know how fair this is. So what I've done so far, we have 12 teams eligible. And they're all going to be in this list right here. I'll take just a minute for you to look at it. This list is also available in general. Posted it about a week or two ago. And you'll see all the teams are in the exact order that they are pasted in Slack. So how we're going to do this is for you Magic Gathering or Dungeons and Dragons players, I have this little 12-sided die. And whatever number these land on correspond to the numbers that are in the list here. And that's how we're going to determine the order for both of our competitive balance rounds. There will be six picks in round 1, 6 picks in round 2. We'll just take them in order as they come. Alright friends, so here we go with the draft. We're just going to keep rolling until every number comes up. Just be advised, this might take a few extra rolls once we get down to the numbers. But this is how random it's going to be. So here we go. And the first pick is going to be number 11. That belongs to the Brewers. Congratulations, Brewers. Next one. That's the number 1. Yes, I did not engineer that at all. That's just luck of the draw here. So here we go again. Number 7. Number 7 is the Reds. So the Reds are going to have the third competitive balance pick in competitive balance round A. And the fourth pick is going to go to number 12, which is the Indians. Indians will be pick number 4 in that round. So here we go with number 5. That is an Indians again. And it's an 8. So number 5 is going to be the D-backs, the douchebag backs, in pick number 5. And the last pick in the first competitive balance round, number 4, that's going to be the Padres. So congratulations to all 6 of these teams. You will have a competitive balance pick after supplemental round 1, and that will be reflected in Stats Plus later on this afternoon. All right, so we have the first round all set up. It is Brewers, White Sox, Reds, Indians, douchebag backs, and Padres. Marlins, Rays, Athletics of Oakland, California, Twins, Pirates, and Orioles still left to come. So we might have a few extra rolls, but here we go for competitive balance round B. All right, that is number 2. That's 2. So Marlins will have the first pick in round B. Yes, a lot of fun. It's a 6. 6 is the number with the little line underneath it. That's an accent for Spanish 6. I believe it is ocho. So the Twins will have the second pick in that round. Number 4. 4. Number 3. 3 is the Rays. So the Rays will have the third pick. And all we have left are the Pirates, Orioles, and Athletics. Number 9. Number 9 is the opposite accent. I believe that's something. So the Pirates will have the next pick. We need a 5 or a 10. So whatever we get first here be the second to last pick. And this is a lot of fun. I'm glad all of you are watching from your home computers or your mobile devices. We're just waiting for a 5 or a 10 to come up, and we will have the order for round B. A lot of fun here. This is totally planned. This is how Major League Baseball does it, of course. And we have a 5. 5. So the Oakland A's will have the 5th pick, and that leaves the Baltimore Orioles with the last pick. So here is your order for competitive balance rounds A and B. The numbers on the right here will represent which picks you have. 6 picks in the first round and 6 picks in the second round. So that will be set up. And once again, you can look at Stats Plus to see that order later this afternoon. So right now, I'd like to take a few minutes and talk to you about the fruits and glory of our Lord Jesus Christ. And sorry about that, folks. That was some mistake, a little cross feedback from another podcast that I do. But that's all the time we have for today. I look forward to seeing you at the end of spring training with our opening day Fatcast. So thanks for watching, and goodbye. Well, I think a power bottom is a bottom that generates an enormous amount of power. And speed has everything to do with it. The speed of the bottom tells the top the kind of back and forth motion in terms of force and things like that for how to do the dicking. And what it really comes down to